afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Weichelt here with EXP for another episode of Weichelt Wednesday. Today, we're with my good friend, Tina Parker. Tina and I shared the stage a few weeks ago at a real estate conference, and I absolutely had to have her on Weichelt Wednesday. So with that said, who's Tina Parker?
Hi, Robert. Thank you so much for having me on. This is amazing. It was great to share the stage with you and to get to know more about what you're doing, which is really incredible, the way you're changing up the industry and doing things differently. I love it. So for me, I'm an executive leadership and peak performance coach, and my company is called Lead Outside the Lines. For very similar reasons to what I just said about what I love about what you're doing is leadership is about influencing others. It's about elevating others. And so much of the time we get stuck in this box of what we're supposed to be. We think we're supposed to show up this way to get the results that we want to be successful. And what I'm finding and what I love about this work is that every single person has something unique to bring to the table. And it really is that authenticity and standing in who you really are, knowing how you function so you can make better decisions, you can help people, you can elevate people, and you can get remarkable results without burning yourself out. Like there's a whole process around this, and I just love it. That's the work that I do.
I tell you what, like I said, when I first opened this up, I was so inspired. I was like a student watching, and I was like taking notes, and I was very, very intrigued with what you were saying. Now, you've got something coming up. You got an event coming up. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your event you have coming up?
I do, yes. And I thank you so much for that, because it is a 3-day virtual event called Scale Up. And Scale is the framework that I utilize with my clients to help them to break through barriers, because what's really going on is we get in our own way, right? So as you know, because I shared with you when I was on stage, I'm a brain health trainer and a neuroencoding specialist, which really just means I help people understand how they function as a human being, how your brain is working, so you can decide, do I want to keep doing that? Is it working for me? And if it's not, let's shift and let's do it a little different, right? And so I think it's really, really important for people to understand that. And the scale framework that I will walk folks through in this 3-day event gives you the framework you need, the methodology you need to make those decisions for yourself, to get really clear on what it is you're trying to create here in your life and your business, and clear away all the clutter that's getting in the way of you getting to where you want to be so you can move further faster.
Well, you know what it sounds like? I'm sitting here going, wait a second, is she talking to me? You know, I think that relates to everybody, whether you're in real estate or a stay-at-home mom or anything in between. No matter what you've got going on in your life, it sounds like this could be a really great reboot for somebody, and take a look in and, maybe take a step back and really kind of and analyze what's going on in your life. I got to be honest with you. I just got goosebumps because that's like right up my alley. Yes, please.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes.
So
and everything you just said, especially now, right? With the chaos that we're all going through right now. I've spoken with so many senior executives, real estate agents, insurance brokers recently who have just said, look, what was working before is just not working now. Like people are shifting and they're different. We got the Great Resignation and the recession. Like people are like, what is happening? And so being able to understand how we function and make decisions regardless of what's going on in the world, it's really powerful stuff. And that's everyone's responsibility to be able to do it, to create what you want in your life.
Well, you know what? You heard it here first. We're scaling up. We're changing lives. You heard it from Tina Parker. Tina, I tell you this, I'm going to go ahead and post the information for your 3-day virtual event. I'm going to post it right in this post as soon as it gets cleaned up and ready to go. Wonderful. I'm so excited. I can't wait to be a part of it. What's the message you want to have to maybe somebody that's thinking about jumping into this 3-day virtual event? And what's the message you want to say to them?
The biggest message is you can create your life and business by design, not by default. Most people just default to whatever comes up, and the circumstances are like, oh, well, I guess that's what's happening now. No, you get to choose you get to look at the circumstances and go, is that really what I want? And you'll get the tools and techniques at this 3-day event to structure your life and your business the way you want it to be, not just by default of what happens to be happening around you.
Well, you know what? I tell you, you hit the nail on the head. I'm excited for the event that's coming up. Again, guys, if you want to join this event, I'm going to put the link inside this post. Sign up, check it out, reach out to Tina. She's amazing. She inspires me, and I know she'll inspire you. So, Tina, thank you so much for being my guest today on Weichelt Wednesday. Super blessed, super excited. Can't wait for your event.
Thank you, Robert, so much. I really appreciate you bringing me on, and I can't wait to see what we create together moving forward.
I love it. This is Robert Weichelt for another episode of Weichelt Wednesday.